Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to bargaining. Glad you're all here. Do you want us to go around and introduce ourselves? I'll start. I'm Michael Matamore. I'm an attorney that specializes in labor relations and labor negotiations, mostly in the public sector.
Greg Dawson, USF's General Counsel.
I'm Steve Talburn, Vice Provost for Faculty Administration and a Professor of Political.
Angie Slinga, CHRO and Chief Administrative Officer.
Michael Sherrill, Associate Vice President of Human Resources.
Sonia Ramirez Warwood, I'm an instructor in world languages.
Tim Boas, Associate Professor Emeritus, College of Behavioral and Community Sciences.
Susan Ariev, I'm a University Librarian for the USF Tampa Library.
Karen Brownsberger, Chief Negotiator, Grievance Chair, and Professor of Entrepreneurship and Innovation.
Gregory McComb, USF Secretary and Associate Professor of Mathematics.
Olga Joanna, Associate Vice President of Faculty Relations for USF Health.
Chris Garvin, Professor of Art and Design, Dean of the College of the Arts.
And I'm George Solis, also from the General Counsel's Office.
Thank you.
All right, well, Karen, last time you gave us two articles.
Yes,
we
we did.
We do not have counters for them today. I'm still
You
looking.
did or did not?
We do not.
Okay.
So that's where we're at with that. I know that we had provided a couple other articles, by a couple, I think two, a few other articles. And I
Well-
don't know if you want to.
Well, Article 8, we decided not to entertain that because those were huge waivers that we're not going to give at this time. Then I think there was Article 1 about the Board of Trustees not allowing us 3 minutes. Every session, we are rejecting that as well. And then I guess Article 20, we just need to keep working on that.
May I ask one clarification? So that Article 1 would not take away your ability to speak for 3 minutes.
No, but it did take away our guaranteed right of speaking and being at the table, which has always been there. I mean, that's precedent.
So we don't want to have to ask every time when we want to address the VO2.
Okay.
We want to have that right.
I just want to understand.
Understand. Okay, good.
So with regard to one, you would propose the status quo language.
The
of that
status
issue.
quo.
Okay.
And like we said before in Article 8, so we're not willing to sacrifice our faculty rights. If you want something to put in contract letters about special stipulation, or if you don't use your lab, you will lose it. Then we're perfectly happy with that, but that doesn't need to happen at the CBA level. That can be addressed whenever individual faculty sign contracts with USF, because those are exceptions.
Okay. Do you have anything else on anything?
No, because I mean, perfect. I mean, we are pretty happy with our contract as is. We have one of the strongest contracts, thank you, Bob, within the state university systems, and we personally don't have a lot of ideas on how to make it better.
Okay. All right. You want to take a caucus? Thank you for that caucus.
Yeah, no problem, anytime.
We have a slight modification to our proposal in Article 1 on recognition that kind of as a compromise. It would allow for the UFF to have a guaranteed place on the agenda, but it would bring that presentation within the rules of order of the Board of Trustees. So it would read something like this, and we can get this for you in writing, but I'll talk it out. It would mean restoring 1.3b to say the UFF shall be granted a place on the agenda at each board meeting for the purposes of identifying any board agenda that, and I guess there it would say, to the same extent permitted for public comment. And then the rest of that would be that affects the wages, hours, other terms of conditions of employment of employees, which is the remainder of that phrase.
So you would strike that.
No, I'd have all that in there. The only thing that I would add is to the extent permitted for public comment.
So that, of course, means that we have to do our research, because I'm not sure what that actually means.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are board protocols for that, which gives each speaker a set amount of time that can be extended by the chair.
Well, I'll have to research that.
Okay, if we can help you with that, let us know.
Okay, we will. Thanks, you.
With regard to Article 20, first up, going back to the general statement that you made, Karen, that you like the contract, and I want to say that we're generally in agreement with that too. That's, we floated the idea last time that maybe we would status quo the contract, but we understand that there are things that both of us would like to see changed about it. And so here we are thinking about that. With regard to Article 20, the problem that we had with what was proposed is the language that we received, we think cuts too close to a potential conflict with the statute. And so, I think the clear intent of the legislature was not to have arbitration resolving certain issues, personnel decisions or actions, I think is what is in the statute. And I do not believe their intent was to say arbitration is not available, but the president could create an arbitration process and call it something else. I think when they said president or designee in the language of the statute, they meant the president would make the final agency action, or the president, if unavailable, could designate somebody in a particular case to take the action on her behalf. So, we're still open to looking at language in that area, but we think what you have given us must be rejected because it's too close to a conflict with the statute.
Okay, then we're going to take that home and we're going to discuss other potential options.
All right. I guess I wanted to point out too that the secretary of the UFF gave this team a document as we were walking into a caucus.
Yeah.
And it's a document that says it's titled Percentage Valuation $2021. It's not something we're trying to exchange outside of the public. Here it is. We'll.
Well, that was actually broadcast to the bargaining unit and to a whole bunch of this, including at least 2 members of the bargaining committee are also on our subscription list.
Okay,
So,
good.
the end of even reporters.
Yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge that we received it.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have. Is that all we have? Yep. Anybody have anything else in the team? I think that's what we have, Karen.
So you're not going to come up with a counter proposal to 23?
No.
No.
Nope.
We just want to say that we were very excited when we saw the Tampa Bay Times article where USF actually raised a 30% increase. We were very, very delighted
For the president.
for the president because that shows us that USF is open to increases larger than 3%.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else.
So then before we break, we would like to have an idea about the plan forward. So you're still pondering Article 6. Do you have any idea of which articles you want to tackle in the future so we can have time to prepare and drive this along?
Well, I think it's the articles that we have already provided to you.
So that's it. You're not planning on opening anything else?
Article 1 compromise, 6 is still.
You rejected RA.
Yes, we did.
So I guess we'll go take a look at that.
Okay, good.
I don't know what else is on that list.
I think 6 and 20 were what we were talking.
20 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Not even a rejection, we can't. So 6, we said we look at.
Mhm. And now, of course, Article 23. So that's basically it. That's what we're going to do in the future. Okay. We just want to get an idea.
Yeah.
No, like we said, we're perfectly happy. We have one of the strongest contracts in the state of Florida. Bob Welker did a really nice job by us. And we just take it from here. We just wanted to get an idea about the direction you're trying to take this, about the length of the bargaining session this semester. So we just wanted to get a general idea on
Good.
where you are.
Well, that's where we're.
That's what we.
Okay.
I
I
will.
guess we'll communicate about the next possible date and we stay away from holidays.
Okay.
And it won't be able to be in this room.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Are you gonna keep the room?
No, we are getting out of
Okay.
here.
Please.
Well, so they're.
Okay.
Yeah.